If you have been around for a minute, you must have probably heard me talk about, my interest or my enthusiasm helping people to learn or study the Finnish or the Swedish language. So as someone who moved, to Finland some years ago, and I didn't know anything about Finnish or Swedish language, but however, over time I've become, I wouldn't say an expert, but I've become a little bit fluent in the language. It is my passion to help anyone who is interested to learn this language, to support them and to help them achieve their goal. So you're welcome back to my channel, guys. If this is your first time seeing me, I'm Nurse Rhoda, the polyglot nurse. And yeah, I do help people, to encourage you about coming to Finland to study, helping you improve on your language. And I would say that basically my desire to help people learn a language is not just limited to Finnish or Swedish, because what I've learned over time are actually skills or actually mindset shifts that will help you to learn any language of your choice. Yeah, so like I said, I moved to Finland and I didn't know any language. I didn't know Finnish or Swedish. But over time, I put in the work. I discovered certain strategies that can help anyone learn any language if you put your mind to it and if you execute exactly as it's taught. So over the years, I discovered that being able to learn a language and be successful in it has to do most of the times with your mindset. Because I remember when I moved here, a lot of people were saying, oh, the language is very difficult. It's so, like a lot of discouraging things. But I told myself that whenever someone would say, oh, the language is very difficult, or say discouraging things, I always counteracted it by saying that, oh, the language is very easy. Because of course, I've studied the Russian language, and for those of you who have studied Russian language, you know it's not easy. So notwithstanding, I told myself that the language was easy, and that really went a long way to help my psychology in how to assimilate the language. Most of the times, people try to, take a language and just feel discouraged with it. But one of the things I discovered is that when you change your mindset in how you approach learning a particular language, it's going to go way, way, like the effect of it is, unspeakable. And that's what has helped me, because I moved here and I was learning two languages simultaneously. And how was I able to do that? Well, it's because of the mindset shift. So if you are someone that is interested in any of the language, first of all, determine what is your goal to learn this language. Is it for work? Is it just to be able to vibe with friends or with a partner? And whatever is your reason, it's very important for you to be able to determine this before actually starting to learn the language, because your why, as I always say, would be the foundation for you to stand on when things get tough. Because of course the Finnish grammar is not very easy. However, when you understand your why of why you want to learn the language, it's really going to help you so much, because it's going to keep you going and pushing it further. Yeah. And secondly, I always talk about the grammar. If you are someone that you want to be fluent in speaking the Finnish or the Swedish language, or any language in general, don't start learning grammar. Start learning vocabulary based on what you are interested in. If you're interested in travel, start learning the vocabulary and start using them. Because when you start using them, you start finding yourself in scenarios where the language is being used naturally. You will see that you will start to pick up the grammar almost naturally. Yes, but if you try to go to a language school and try to focus so much on grammar, it's going to hinder you, because you are going to find the areas you're lacking in and that you are not competent enough in the grammar, and that is going to stand as a hindrance or a stumbling block for you from executing or actually speaking the language. So for me, my greatest motivation was because of my job. Like, I really like nursing, and I knew that there was no way I was going to be an effective nurse when I'm not able to speak the language. So it really helped me, really made me push myself so hard that I had to learn the language. And I would say that it is very, very fulfilling to be able to, communicate generally. Like, sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, oh my God, I'm able to speak in a foreign language that's not even mine, that I started learning just a couple of years ago. It gives you that fulfilling feeling, and it's something that it's great to do. So notwithstanding, I've been able to achieve my goal with the language, and of course I'm still learning, because somebody will be like, oh, I'm not a perfect person, I am not perfect in the language, and however, I'm able to express myself freely because I learned that attribute of not trying to be too perfect. Because of course, when you're speaking or having a conversation with people are not trying to evaluate you as if it's an exam. They're not trying to look at you to be perfect in what you are doing. So you are just trying to have a conversation. And sometimes even if you stutter, even if you make mistakes, grammar mistakes, that doesn't really matter. The main thing is that if you are being able to be understood when you speak, that's what matters most. So yes, stay encouraged, keep speaking, keep learning the vocabulary. And if you have not joined us on our word challenge, please do well to do so. Put your comments in the comment section below as well. And I'll see you in my next video. Moika.